fit fairly easily. And then I just got to get the rest of these pieces put back pretty much the way I took them apart. Alright, so one of the things that I do have to make sure that I get correct is this. When I go to put this back in, I have to pay attention to the polarity, because obviously you don't want this going in the wrong direction, because that won't end well. So get this back in here on those little posts. Pull that back. Alright, so that does pull the trigger. Good. Alright, let me shift it off somehow here. There we go. Good. Alright, well, that looks fine. All right, get in there. All right, you're in there. And keep these away from the vents on the motor as best I can, and away from the motor itself, because in all seriousness, I don't want that stuff to overheat. So I slid my guard in, and then I put the wires into this slot next to it, because that's basically just keeps gush from getting in next to the motor. I think the trick was it had to be a little bit out of the hole. I don't know. It seemed a lot trickier in my mind, but I guess it wasn't that bad. So this thing's got to slide on. Good. I think that's got those. That's got the screws with the security tips on them. If I remember correctly. Where are you? Looking for the piece that goes here. This is one of the problems with not paying attention to where you put stuff. There it is. Yikes. Yeah, I just lost it all the way across the desk. Alright. There we go. That's tight. And then I'm going to put the screw in from this side. Getting down there. Only got a few left. Alright. Oh. You discovered the secret to my magnetic cardboard. You shouldn't have seen that. Now I have to kill you. Goes on there. That's good. And this goes on here. That's good. I'm going to take my little clippy thingy. I wonder if I can just push that on there. I'm going to be able to. Nope. Connect this. Got a little flat tip screwdriver and kind of do the same thing that I did the last time around, I guess. Oh, holy cow, get back here. That was a lot more slippery than I thought it was going to be. Okay. One more time. So this has got to be, I hope you can still see it on the camera. This has got to be on the flat side. Come on. Okay. It's on there. Sweet. All right. That should be that. Okay, I wasn't going to show you this, but when I dropped my magnetic cardboard, I ended up with an extra screw. So, after hunting all over this thing, I realized it was underneath here, so I took my security screws off. Lo and behold, right behind that, that's the hole. So yeah, as perfect as I tell my wife that I am, sometimes even I screw up. Right, Mare?
Yeah.
Okay. That's really it now. Get my screws back in there, and I'm good. Alrighty. You're still with me? We're on the final push here. You're not still with me? I don't know who I'm talking to because, well, you're the only one on the video. All by myself. Alright. Should actually have these all cleaned out before I put them in, but it doesn't really matter because this chainsaw is going to get covered with junk again anyways. What I do need to do is I need to get that post in the hole that you can probably not see. No matter. I'm just going to unscrew this, turn it over. Yeah. It's in there. Not going to tighten this all the way down. I'm just going to snug this up a little bit just so the blade doesn't get away from me. Because you obviously tighten it up to take the slack out of this. And that's done by the screw up front, which I'm going to use a regular screwdriver for because this is a total pain. Are you seeing this? Maybe. So as I turn that, it's tightening up the blade each time. Should just have a little bit. Shouldn't go past the teeth. A little bit. Actually, looks pretty good. Tighten it down. Enough. Put the tool back where it belongs. Chuck my battery back in there. Throw my screwdriver on the floor. All right. Good. That sounds nice. I'm gonna put some oil in it and then go chop something.
Check the babies.
A lot of people I noticed online were complaining that these saws leak all over the place and they thought they had a problem with them. And it's like, no, that's what these do. That's how it keeps your chain lubed up. These don't have pumps on them like some of the more heavy-duty saws, like your gas saws. They have a manual pump, and because they don't have the little pumps, it doesn't stop the oil flowing just because you're not pumping it anymore. So the oil will drain down. So usually what I end up doing with this is when I'm done with it, because of the way the hoses are and stuff like that, it will drain down and it'll get oil all over everything. So when you're done with it, if you've got anything left in the tank, just drain it out. this will leak out over time, and it will leave an oily mess underneath it. There is nothing wrong with the saw. That's just how they're designed. Here's the drawer where I keep my saw. As you can see, that is one well-oiled piece of cardboard. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump this a few times and then run it, and I should see some oil coming out of the tip up there. And then after that, I'm just going to give it a quick chop on a tree. There you go. So now you can see the oil up at the tip. You can see it coming out of there. That's when you know everything's working right. It's plenty well oiled, and you can see I'm dripping down the bottom too. That's because I'm over pumping it. But this is the first time with the bar back on here, so I'm expecting that. Let's chop something. That's working. What do you think, Jerry? Jerry always likes it when I cut trees.